Okay, welcome back to 2 Point Hospital with Gun Buddy, G.u.n.n, Bunny, and Low Kitty.
Hello, guys. Been a while since I've been on.
Very quiet, Low Kitty, making me work for it.
I know.
Just talk at normal temperatures.
Trying.
Okay, I restarted Flemington Hospital because I have realized, which I knew this before, this game has a threshold where if you do a certain rhythm, you will always win. And I would like it to be a better game than that, but it isn't. I did buy 2 Point Campus, but I haven't touched it yet, so I'm optimistic that will fix it. But you are very medically educated, and I thought we could banter about that, if nothing else. So, Flemington Hospital. Welcome to Flemington, a wealthy town where the people have more money than sense. I think we could make a killing here, pardon the expression, if we can get ourselves a marketing license. We can use marketing campaigns to improve our reputation, attract more patients, and recruit better staff. I suggest we focus our research and marketing on an illness that has been plagued the area for a while, animal magnetism.
Basically, this game is now trying to demonstrate to you why a two-tier healthcare system does not work.
Pretty much. Okay, I think I already figured out animal magnetism. I did? Yes. So that's benefit. I've done the research, but I did it in the previous hospital, so we're not completely done for. But we will 3-star this hospital.
Nice.
We'll 2-star it if the 3 stars just gain 2 million gold. Or
yeah,
I'm not
going
to sit here. And sometimes it gets very weirdly grindy, and I hate it.
Yeah, that's been. I mean, this game and its predecessor both had that problem.
What is the predecessor for this one?
The predecessor was created by a company called Bulldog, and it was Theme Hospital.
Ah, yes, I've heard of this.
And it played almost identically. Like, it looked the same.
I wonder if Sega bought rights, or if Sega remastered.
I think Sega and 2 Point bought the rights, and then had to, or basically they bought what they could of the rights. They didn't get the rights to the name. But then they just went with it and decided to go with what they were going to go with, because it's so similar. Even the thing where you shoot the rats, the only difference was you could accidentally shoot people in the leg.
Interesting.
And they would just leave your hospital.
Yeah, well, that's fair, although I think we should probably stay and at least bandage the leg. But I get the anger. Like, you know, maybe your faith in my ability to bandage your leg is a bit shit now. Not that I need an extinguisher in here, but everything makes points.
And you never know what's gonna frickin' catch fire in these things. You have a radiator. That's enough. Something could catch fire.
I am so overly cautious most of the time, it never comes up. But yes, I'm with you. I always assume everything is flammable. It's like a 1960s Batman movie. Everything is soaked in kerosene.
Everything's made of phlebodium. It will explode when you desire it to.
Now, obviously, you've seen my videos. I know you have. Mm-hmm. I already have GP offices and stuff already pre-made.
Oh, yeah.
But I was thinking about the fact that I was like, you know, to get reinvested, I think I will just make it that I have to actually make it.
I always like building them independently, because I find if I, like, pre-build the thing, it starts to become place thing.
That was what I was noticing, too. And I don't want that, per se. But I have this habit when I'm recording for my channel that I don't want to be slow for the audience, because I don't want the audience to be bored. And it's not the best habit, to be completely honest with you. Because I know that if you want to go watch somebody be bananas on a channel, it ain't going to be mine anyways.
No.
I am not that channel, and if you think I am, man, are you in the wrong room. So, there is some of that as a habit, too.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I find I like building them because I can make it fit the space a little better. So, if I've got enough room to do 2 or 3, but if I use my pre-built, I can only get 1, I'll build it myself each time. I just find it a little bit more effective.
I definitely do think it's more effective. Like I said, some bad habits develop from I just naturally power game a game. I can't help it. I really don't mean to do it. It's not because I'm very munchkin-y by nature. It's just I see I don't even know if I see it. I psychologically just tap into something that looks like a weakness, and that's what my brain just latches to, and then I'm there. I can't unsee it, and I can't focus it, and I just get wrapped up in very simple, well, this is the best way to game it. In some ways, it makes me a good gamer, especially as a casual gamer, and in other ways, it robs me of the experience because I'm unintentionally power gaming.
And I play the other way, where I tend to, even if there's a situation that I can power game, I tend to avoid it almost deliberately. Just because it's one of those, I know if I get wrapped up in the power gaming, I get bored.
Yeah, and I definitely feel I've committed that a little bit. Not intentionally, but I have definitely done it. Alright, we'll get a nurse. I like to play in pause mode right off the beginning just because I want to get a couple, quick and dirty things taken care of. It lets you
get the basics built, so this way you're not sitting there going, well, I need this, and this for that first person.
I wish this room would be accepted, but it will only let you do it when somewhere is 3x3, which I think is a failing.
I agree.
Because they give you too many of these weird little, dents.
I set those up. I tend to like to set that up as my reception area.
I do too, but you know when you want more freedom?
Yeah.
You want the ability to, maximize a space?
Yeah, I would really love it at
It ends up being a bathroom almost 90% of the time for me, because a bathroom will let you do it 2x2.
Yep. Long, narrow bathrooms. So many long, narrow bathrooms.
Well, and I don't think people realize how much you really do want a good bathroom in your game.
I always try to think, what would I actually want in a hospital, because it seems to work reasonably well to get the whole situation sorted out.
I do silly things, I'll forget to add radiators. I'll forget that it's oh, I don't have a whatever. I only see the immediate, and then it's oh, right. Ponies need food, and then next, I have problems. Obviously.
Garbage cans, when you forget to put the garbage cans everywhere, and then all of a sudden you've got garbage in places that it shouldn't be.
Yep. I will go a very long time without hiring a janitor, not because I don't think they're relevant, but that I will just... Many moons will pass before my brain's do we have a janitor?
The janitor, I like to always start with one janitor, one doctor, and a couple nurses.
I have started putting off the janitor a little bit because I'm playing tighter money. I make such big investments early because, as you've seen from my other videos, the gambling it'll make you so broke and it'll get you in so much trouble, and as long as you can ride it out for a hot minute, you'll win. And it shouldn't be that way. I don't think it should be that way, but it is in fact how it works. Is that if you can just muscle through,
get as much built right out of the gate as possible.
Yeah, you will inevitably win. And again, these are things I'm kind of hoping 2 Point Campus has at least worked on.
There's still some of that if you can build it early. Some stuff because
you've played it, right?
I've played 2 Point Campus. I've beaten a bunch of the main stuff and the Harry Potter themed one that is very quietly Harry Potter themed.
That's
very
funny.
weird.
Faux magic.
It's faux magic, and all of the names are like in this one, where it's about 2 syllables off of the original.
Hey, I kind of like that,
Oh, I love the very British humor of it.
Well, as a Canadian, the laws for copyright here are very, very different, and I've had lots of weird fights with Americans about that. That it's look, I'm not fighting with you, but the truth is in Canada, you can't copyright things that way.
No, we have a much better copyright system.
Yeah, our rules are really different. I'm trying to remember how to look up.
What are we looking for?
This one.
Ah, the templates that you've already got.
Yeah, and that's just because I don't like to keep fighting with washrooms.
That's fair.
And corner washroom? What else do I have left? I thought I had a small washer, but maybe I didn't save it. No, big washroom and a corner washroom. That's all I've got. Okay, that's fine.
I think it's the small GP office you've got.
This is my insane desk. Some things I don't feel the need to revisit.
Yep, that's fair.
I built it, and I don't care.
That will get just about everybody in the door as quickly as can be.
You don't really need it this early on.
But you never know when it's going to get this bad.
Well, I learned that if you want it to get this bad, the magic secret is GP offices.
Ah.
Because the faster you build GP offices... No, I just want to stop having this thing in my hand. Come on. The faster you build a GP office, the faster you can just drown everything. And that you got to be careful of, because if you sit here and like power GP offices, you can just bury yourself to death. And before I found out that was what was wrong, I was getting myself in so much trouble by being like, more GP offices processes people faster. No. The milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. It makes big problems.
And when you don't have enough people to process the people to the yard...
Oh, it's a bad game. Because that's how you flood, is you build 10 of these, and even though you have this little pharmacy...
You can have it packed to the nines.
Oh, it'll go bananas, and you will just die of the weight. So, it's not a good game. I strongly don't suggest it. If you feel the need, please do, but I do not.
No, I much prefer to have it be that I am building GP offices because I'm noticing a lineup at the front, and it's like, okay, maybe I should put an extra one in now. Actually, my biggest problem is keeping the freaking doctors in the GP office long enough to do work.
You have to go into this.
Yeah, you gotta change the setting with them.
Yeah, when you go into your staff... Oops. No. Check mark. Bathroom.
Woohoo!
Let's add a couple little... I always forget radiators in bathrooms. I don't know why. My brain just doesn't think bathrooms should be warm. I think it's because I'm from here.
Yeah.
And, I mean, tell me, honest to God, what warm bathrooms you really experience.
Bathroom warm, fine. Toilet seat warm, not fine.
Oh, it's not even that. It's I don't even experience a warm bathroom. Like, I mean, most of the time I'm happy if the water is warm.
Yeah. I have a lot of bathrooms I've been in. I
love learning about hygiene when you're young, about how important it is to wash your hands with warm water.
The truth of the matter really is the soap. It really comes down to using soap, because the soap breaks the layer of oil on your skin and allows all of the bacteria and stuff to slough off.
I thought there was still a factor that
warm water
helps.
Warm water is better. It does help in the sense that it's more comfortable to use, generally. And B, it does have the effect of warm water can help kill some really sensitive bacteria. So it makes it a little bit easier that way. Technically, you should wash your hands in warm to hot.
Yeah.
But people don't like washing their hands in hot water.
I got very used to it, but it gets very hard. Like, if you have arthritis or something, you're begging for a bad day.
Well, unless you're someone who heat helps their arthritis.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it can definitely, depending on whether you're really badly swollen on a day or whether you're just... My hands are tired, so they're cranky. It can definitely change what you want to use.
I am blessedly not arthritic. I do have some, issues, but it's not arthritis. Everything I have is damage from many stupid situations, and that is not the same as arthritis.
Baseball, boxing,
yeah, you name the sport.
Much.
So many sports that, when you're a kid, you're like, I'm immortal, and then you become an adult, and you're like, nothing about me is immortal.
We are all made of rubber until we are about
until
20.
We are not, yeah.
At 20, the rubber starts to firm up. By this point, we've lost our warranties. The spare parts are hard to get, and the rubber's starting to get creaky.
I always worried it was, one of those things that was really going to come for me. And then I got older and started to meet people where it really did come for them. And now I get on my hands and knees and thank the universe that I don't have the problems that people around me have.
Oh, I'm so glad I don't have several of the problems I've met other people who have, because...
That are well within our age group.
Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, we've got friends who have arthritis to the point they have, middle of the summer, they've got their steering wheel turned on so that their hands don't cramp while they drive.
Yeah, that kind of thing terrifies me. I love this little dumb circus.
I noticed you put it in. I'm like, what is it? Like a little tiny flea circus?
It is kind of like a little tiny flea circus, and I loved it. The minute I saw it, I was like, it's the little weird things that you shoot that aren't the rats, and they're just like in a little circus over here, and I'm like, that is so senseless. I'll take 6. You know, it's like this rocket pig. There will be a home for him. I don't have it yet. But
there are several. I can't remember. The cat person. Oh, it's the Sphinx.
Yeah. The big bone monsters are pretty good.
Bone monsters. See, considering this is the fracture hospital, I feel like the bone monsters.
This is the fracture. Maybe it's the next one is the fracture hospital.
Because this one it was talking about animal magnetism, which makes me feel like it's going to be furries.
It leads me to believe that this is not. I think we're on the right hospital. For all I know, we're replaying a hospital I already played that we need to do a better job of.
Don't remember this hospital, I don't think, so...
Well, you are one of my loyal viewer. When I say this is going to my fan, I pretty much mean somewhere between you and Darius.
Yeah, it tends to be me and Darius, and it's my brother that the hunting stuff is always about, because with Darius playing the hunting game, which, I laugh every time you guys play. He can't shoot a damn thing until he's exploding rabbits.
Oh, I know. Let me get my rabbit gun, this 308. Bang! There, I got it.
Shooting rabbits.
Weird, it's not worth any trophies.
We should bring him in to shoot the rats here.
Yeah, I always miss. Alright, I think we're good to go.
We need a receptionist.
Yeah, we need to hire people.
Yeah.
Okay, I need a nurse in here. I need an assistant here. Customer service.
Ooh.
Training masterclass. You're kind of expensive, but I think I'll start with you, and then I can go cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
And
because the nurse, we just grabbed a nurse.
To overview policy.
Because we need to make people...
And they don't leave. Staff...
Training messages, that's where they send you messages saying
I don't want to promote staff automatically. I will settle for a 75.
75 feels actually pretty reasonable for
this
real.
Is a 4. And in a little while, we'll promote staff manually. I just don't like to do that right off the whack. It's a little aggressive right off the...
Well, because they start asking for things just because they've been there for a while, and it's like, you don't have the training for this, sir. Sir, I understand the medical profession kind of feels like it should work that way, but it doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. Tiny little staff room.
Because you need a good staff room. It's the Sonic rings. The Sonic rings everywhere.
Oh, I know. I thought, it's funny, I think I paid for that, like that little upgrade. And when I was playing with Tower of D&D, he kept looking at me going, what is that?
I'm like, dude, how do you...
Then I'm trying to explain to a man who has probably never played Sonic in his life.
Which I have to keep reminding myself of that, because, I mean, he's been around all of us for, well, at least your entire life, but the rest of us were just like, how do you not, oh, right, you never played this, because...
Well, he in his time of video games, he would have stopped by then, so I mean, I can appreciate that, because I have a gap like that, too, where someone's like, well, how are you a gamer now and a gamer then? Our doctors have discovered potty mouth, and this is a pharmacy problem. I have the same problem, because when someone goes, well, how did you play games then and play games now? And I always have to respond with, I was in university.
Yep.
There were things.
There are gaps where you don't get to play much. You don't get to play the newest release every time.
You're too busy. You're spending an insane amount of money on school, and it just means more to you not to go bankrupt.
Mm-hmm. And, I mean, I'm someone who had to...
I'm going to have to change that policy. Overview, policies. Fine, you know what? People are going to start dying. Stuff's going to happen here.
At least it doesn't let you go below 50. Because I feel like that would actually start to get dangerous.
Ah, they're fine. It's a 50-50 shot. You're totally good. See, look at this little, like...
Oh, it is. It's the little mealworms.
It's so cute.
Oh, that's so bizarre. I love it.
Or die outside. Go.
Nope.
Nope. Make me. Don't you dare become a ghost. I don't want a janitor. Go away.
At least
I don't want a janitor.
no, and the ghosts are weird in this.
I don't know. I think the ghosts are good. It's just it never fails that I can't get a janitor who's got ghost experience right away. Oh, we're expensive. You better pay off, buddy boo.
As long as they can water the flowers.
I know there's a hospital later on where you really, really need the flowers. And you can't hire enough janitors to maintain the island of flowers you just sort of accumulate.
I know with campus, some of the levels you get, the night school is probably the craziest one I've done for just how intense it gets. And it's because you've, like this one does where you've got everything you've discovered before piles in.
Yeah.
You're also dealing with things where you've got to have a space about the size of what we've already constructed for one class. And you've got to find room for that.
Alright. Hang out for half a minute. I got a mock star guy. Give me just 2 seconds. See, this is where I do want blueprints because
you gotta...
There's a speed issue here.
Mm-hmm. And
this is my most expensive, insane, gorge room, so...
Oh, yeah, you're,
my very, very fancy posh.
It feels like where you would expect to see Freud sitting on...
Alright. Jobs. I also learned this is really important.
Yes.
You have one job in my hospital. Don't you dare leave it.
It was actually watching you play that I'm like, oh, I need to do that, and it works so well for, it also works for 2 Point Campus.
Yeah.
Like, you assign the teachers to their rooms.
It's a micromanagement nightmare. That's what this game is very much about. You have to like micromanaging.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm playing by myself, I don't turn the pause on and off. But again, I just don't want to fail that bad on camera.
And that's understandable. I'm trying to think if I do pause much. I tend to pause when I have to build something.
I can appreciate back and forth. Like, for example, Tao, he doesn't pause unless he absolutely must, and I can respect that.
Yeah, no, I like being able to pause when I have to do something that it's like, okay, wait, I've never built this room. But if I'm doing something that's simple, then I tend to be more forgiving, I guess is a good way to put it.
Security alert. Please be alert.
Tend to be more forgiving with myself on the pauses.
I'm not playing... Well, I mean, I do definitely have games where win conditions are really important to me.
Mm-hmm.
Especially games I've played a lot. If I ever play Don't Starve for this, actual Don't Starve, not Shipwreck, I don't give myself such grace because I know that game and there is no business pausing.
Yeah, if you know the game like the back of your hand, why are you pausing? Why are you stopping?
I mean, I have taught 90% of the people around me to play Don't Starve.
Yeah, that's still one that we haven't managed to beat much in Don't Starve together, but we've definitely played a lot of days.
I just mean I taught you all to be spectacular.
No.
I just got you on the ride.
We're on the ride.
Okay, not ready to train anybody. Pharmacy emergency? Yeah, let's ride the ride.
Well, I like that the emergencies, they come in and you know what they have.
Kinda. I mean, it'll just say pharmacy emergency. It won't say, sometimes you end up with groups of 3 or 4 kinds of emergencies.
Also, always love the lights.
Really big plush staff room. I am not ready for that. At least I got the seating for these poor guys. I probably won't succeed at this, but the money alone is kind of worth it. And if you can keep them busy with, things and...
You've got chairs, which is a big one.
Yeah, it took me a while to understand that this
game
is
a radiator
won by
in
chairs.
this hole.
I
watched a guy stand up and go, whoa, he's cold.
We cold. We're making people cold.
People are cold.
Oh yeah, we're making people cold. Oops. I told you, it's the little things that I just forget I'm doing.
Yeah, there's an entire school you have to do in campus that is, this school is cold. This school needs radiators.
There are,
That was
Let me
bizarre.
just jog the camera. Because I clicked down at the wrong time. There are hospitals that are really cold.
Oh yeah.
Saturday Night Fever, everybody's John Travolta.
Well, we've got Freddie Mercury and John Travolta hanging around.
Yeah, because Freddie Mercury is Mock Star.
Yep.
And John Travolta is Saturday Night Fever, which I think is just fantastic.
A deadly fever that strikes only on Saturday nights.
Yeah, exactly. But if I can kind of keep everybody busy and entertained and, you know, you stay on top of, like, the snack machines.
Like in a real hospital.
Like in a real hospital. Although I gotta tell you the truth, you can never find a good snack machine in a hospital.
Oh, gods, no.
It never fails. You're like, I'll just go get a snack machine. No, you will not. This is good luck.
I'm going to go find a Tim Hortons. You have better...
Marketing license.
Woo.
I'm not going there yet. It always wants to give you stuff that you're like, not ready. Pest control. How's my money? If you get patient to wait, I think I can work out pest control.
They've been modified by deodorant.
Oh, yeah?
Good job, deodorant companies. Good job.
Tested only on animals.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes we turn people into animals. Stuff happens, okay? Alright, I don't look like I have a blueprint for it.
No.
What do we have to be? 4 by 4, of course we do. 5, 4. Door. I love the machine.
Oh, the machines make me laugh.
That one in particular, because it's like a sonic gun.
Oh, God.
And you're like, I don't want a doctor pointing this at me. I mean, I believe you, but I'm good without.
Yeah. I think my favorite is still the Lux machine, although it kills everybody.
I hate you've seen
I
the
know.
pan and the deluxe.
Yeah.
There is no one safe from the pan and the deluxe machine. And I love you can just hear it if you don't have the doctor just killing people. And I'm like, oh, I have to take that away.
I need to start turning these people away. They cannot be here. They will all die.
It is so bad, and I feel bad doing it, because inevitably you're just sentencing people to die.
Yep. Laser beams. I want my hospital to have more energy beams.
What is it with humans and lasers? Yeah.
We like the light. We also want to chase the dot.
Yeah, it's the fairy, isn't it?
Yep. We want to chase the dot. See, of all the things that they should make a disease in this, why have they not made crotch dot?
Because if I can think of anybody who's going to be vindictive, it's definitely going to be Fox.
Yeah. That's fair. I didn't realize it was actually a thing from, I'm going to assume, Family Guy.
Simpsons.
Oh, it's a Simpsons one.
Yeah, it's something Seymour Skinner has. I say this as a giant Seymour Skinner fan. Probably my favorite character in the show. Especially as I get older. Every time he does a line that's like, could I possibly be wrong? And he does like a really weird long pause and he's like, no, it's the children who are wrong. Every time. And I'm like, or they do lots of Norman Bates jokes off of him. And
Yep. That makes sense to me.
that's a nurse. I don't know if I want that to be a nurse. That feels so bad. Diagnostics. I have nothing good for a nurse for this.
Oh boy.
Not great. I guess we're hiring this diagnostics nurse and hoping for the best. People are gonna go in here and unalive. Visitor from Holistics. Rival executive and CEO of Holistics, August Lavender, will be coming to the hospital soon. You may see him drawing rough sketches of her equipment to burn later in bad luck rituals. He's pretty harmless, but we should keep an eye on him in case he becomes a nuisance.
He needs to come shake his voodoo stick.
Yeah, clearly.
As somebody who works in an industry that borders on holistics,
Yeah.
oh my heavens, have seen
Like
this. What even is this gun?
Yeah, and then we like mint them to make sure, like it's like a sanitary drip.
We're
Told
gonna
you.
die.
No, it's just terrible. See, look, I'm already making a crazy amount of money. I
never
told
make
you.
money this quickly.
It's just the nature.
He
Die
died
outside.
outside.
Go. Go.
He died
Do
at
not
night.
become a ghost.
He didn't. He just died.
You're losing me awards. This is the problem, is you find that sweet mojo in this,
And you're just killing it with the money.
and you just become an unstoppable force. 3 out of 6. It's because I need a second, we'll get there.
Oh yeah.
Alright, I need to go into staff and allocate people. Oh, I want this person to V. We got 2 treatment, which is worth building a light or a pan if we get that far.
Yeah.
I don't, even though they have research, I don't want them doing research because it's such a waste.
It's better to train someone who's not great at anything else to do
If I get up to training in this hospital, we'll see. Alright, 10 patients with animal magnetism, reputation of 70. I just need less people to die.
Yeah.
And a hospital value of $1 million, which I will get very quickly.
Oh, and you have to launch your first marketing campaign.
Yeah, I have to build a marketing room. But we're not ready for that. We gotta buy another building before we get that far.
Yeah, this feels like this hospital's going to be multiple buildings.
I pretty much always need them to be multiple buildings. It's just kind of the nature of the beast.
I am sincerely glad that they don't make you build multi-level hospitals.
I wouldn't mind if it was an option. I don't, need it that way, but I wouldn't be bothered if it was an option.
I just think it would get, for me at least, I would struggle with remembering which level things are on.
I always wanted a better sandbox mode.
Yeah.
I just wish there was a little bit more, but I appreciate. See, I have no radiator in this room. It's like a multi-million-dollar room, and I have no radiator in it. I do this to myself, unbeknownst until, and I'll fix it in this hospital and forget by the next one. It's just a me problem.
It's because you wish you lived in a tropical place. This is set in England. It's not tropical here.
Well, it's wet. We're
It's
closer than here.
That's
ward
true.
required. Send patient home. I'm not ready for a ward.
Wards require their own room, or their own building, I swear.
Oh, I still like to be a little closer on my spaces, too. I want more of my hospital before I get all wardy. It's over. Move our door. There we go. I get a little heavy-handed with the bathrooms, but it actually saves so much trouble.
Well, no, they're teeny tiny bathrooms. It's really not that big a problem.
We'll take this treatment person. Because I've hired so many people. Publicity update. 8 rep.
Augustus Lavender.
I don't have the money to get into a color room yet, so.
Ray Anatomy.
Yep. Send patient home. And not ready to train yet, but almost.
We're getting there.
I need a hot minute to get a little further along before we.
Also, I wish our hospitals had video games in them.
I don't want to do a level 5 staff room. It really pushes you for that one, and I'm like, yeah, nice, but no. Thanks, but nah.
You guys are fine with your small staff room. You should be working.
That's pretty much it. Are you working?
Considering we live in perpetual daylight, which of the two is the worst choice? From everything I've heard.
Perpetual night versus perpetual daylight?
Yeah, perpetual night is it's easier to mimic day than it is to mimic night.
Really?
Blackout curtains only go so far. Because the sun is still up, so no matter when you're going to bed, your brain doesn't get that melatonin kick to start it out when the sun starts to go down. It really becomes a problem, and people who live in places like Nunavut and all those really northern places, because I can't remember the name of the one in Iceland.
But anywhere like that.
The summers get really hard, and they actually find it harder than the winter because you can do so much nowadays to mimic daylight. Like, they have sun lamps, and it just becomes, while you're playing on your computer, you have your sun lamp going here. And it gives you the light.
I can't say what it would matter to me. I worked so many night jobs where, in the way where people complain in the winter about...
I never see the sun.
I've worked so many night jobs that you sleep so much in the day versus... Or you sleep so much at night. You know, you're inside all night. You never see night.
But there's something about the sun going down outside
that really changes
that
you.
That really changes it. And it's because unless you are duct taping your blackout blind to your wall...
Which I think is the only way.
And that's...
Illness, mime, crisis discovered. It's a psychiatric condition.
Known as Schrodinger's mime.
Not Alfred. A raise, thank you. I will be a minute. I need a better janitor.
Well, if we're going to end up with the...
It's because I want to upgrade the drug mixer.
That's fair, and I was going to say, if we get a pan machine or deluxe, you've got to have the mechanic.
Oh, it's the same with this, but I can't upgrade this yet because I would have to build a research room and all kinds of things I do not have.
Yeah, our hospitals don't have these little video game stations.
This is true. Oh, good. We'll build another one of these.
Unless you go to a children's hospital. But then they're kind of necessary.
Do you know I've never been in a children's hospital except to go do a pancake breakfast?
Really?
Yep.
I have been both patient and alongside patient.
Really?
I was diagnosed with ADHD, and part of that was done at the hospital. And also as a kid, I fainted one day and had a seizure, and they were like, "You need to go to the hospital." And they took me there, and I don't remember much of that day.
I was only ever in adult hospitals. Like,
no,
but I didn't spend a lot of time with doctors either.
Well, and I also grew up with an asthmatic brother, so...
Pandemic emergency. I don't have the doctor for this yet.
But yeah, my brother also was asthmatic as a kid, so we would occasionally be there because he'd do something stupid and have an asthma attack.
Yeah, see, Static Squirrel has the same issue. He has a long childhood of going to those kinds of things because he has major severe asthma. A children's hospital is not foreign to him.
Yeah.
I didn't fall out of any trees. I just didn't commit to the craft.
I haven't spent much...
I thought I saved a pan clinic. I must not have. I have a clown one. Shame on me. It must be because I don't have that much to make it a good clinic.
That's possible.
Because if I can't make it nice, I won't fight the good fight.
That's fair.
I want one, and I'm just going to make it that nobody can do it for a hot minute. And I'll just upgrade the machine, pretty much. Well, you just go into your staff and...
Extinguisher and radiator.
I'm just going to come in here and see. We have lots of kudosh, so I'm just seeing what we have for... What would I like to unlock? What would make my world a better place?
Doctor, you've won.
Beach painting. Ooh.
It's soothing.
Dog painting, have Doge on the wall.
Oh my god, pointy painting.
Why is it pointy?
I don't know. I like to think that if I fill this room with soothing paintings, when a doctor doesn't take good care of you and you pass away,
you at least get to look at...
It's a lovely view on your way out.
Premature mummification poster.
Yeah. Like I said, I like to think I'm soothing you. Oh, brain jar. There you go.
I was gonna say brain anatomy poster. Yes.
That anatomy. Is so big. Oh, I want I'm putting one out here.
Brain in a jar.
That's funny.
Whose brain is in the jar? That's what I want to know.
I always go to the bit from Igor with John Cusack where it's supposed to say brain and it says Brian. And he's like, "Shut up, Brian." And he's like, "My name's not Brian." He goes, "Then you have someone else's jar."
I actually have it written in one of my textbooks because we were talking about something involved with that. The cerebellum looks like a tiny brain attached to your brain. And one of my classmates went, or misspelt it somewhere, and I'm like, "Oh my god, tiny Brian," and just wrote it next to the cerebellum in my textbook.
Like I said, "Okay, Brian, my name's not Brian." Well, then you have somebody else's jar.
See, my favorite brain in a jar is the one from Fallout 3, where you go through the whole quest, you get gassed, go on a drug trip, and then at the end of it, you find the guy who was doing the lobotomies,
Oh, and he has the little piece of your brain.
And you pick it up and it goes, this seems familiar. It is a formative memory with Static Squirrel for me that he and I sat as he played through this for the first time, and he looked at me afterwards and went, I don't know if I'd believe that this legitimately happened if you weren't sitting there.
Yeah, I need a person to be here with me.
And it's still one of the weirdest moments in Fallout 3.
Who potentially gets to be in this room? This guy's not bad. He's got so much treat. I think I'm gonna get this guy in.
He's the best option for it.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's got...
just turn this person straight to psych. And you are not allowed in there.
No.
No kill people.
Minimum 2 treatment.
I'd like to get to training, but I'm just not... I'm not ready. Like I said, it really, rushes you, which doesn't help.
No.
I can't do this yet. Fracture ward, send patient home, not ready. Not now. Not now. Ward required, send patient home. I know I need a ward, I get that. Just hold your ding-a-ling.
Horses, hold them.
Alright. What do I got for building options? 60.
Bus depot.
60.
GP's office.
I could build straight. If this is not the worst commute. This is not the worst. Let's build a ward.
Goodbye, row houses.
Hey. The convenience of living near a hospital comes with the problems.
Yep.
No, I'm not training 3 staff. I'm busy. Just a minute. But it hustles you along, so then it makes my need to power game it worse.
Yeah.
Because it's poking me.
Yeah, and that I have to state, it can get really frustrating in these games. It doesn't matter which one it is. So if I remember correctly, Campus also does some poking. But it might not be as bad. Because you do kind of have the prerequisite of this is a school year.
It makes it very hard to invest in a hospital.
Yeah.
The need to decorate it or whatever. You're in and out of this hospital so fast and on to the next.
Yeah.
It just annihilates the personal investment. It just becomes money-making and check boxes. Which is why I got you involved in this one, because I was like, I'd like to do more.
Because it's fun to have the investment, because these things are actually kind of cool.
Which is why I had hoped for more sandbox, because then you really dig in.
Yeah, because then you can build... Honestly, I'd love to see it be where you get one hospital.
Well, I wish that you could just have this whole cube. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just a giant square.
Like Zoo Tycoon and Roller Coaster Tycoon do.
Yes, exactly.
Because, I've played the heck out of Roller Coaster Tycoon when I was a kid.
Okay, I would really like to upgrade that pan machine before it starts, destroying people.
Yeah.
I only have the one mechanic, so I don't have to worry that he's gonna, outmode both machines.
Yeah, you don't gotta worry about everything going away.
Oh, yeah, I am gonna send you home. 36% is low. And I'm gonna send you home because I still can't do the color therapy yet. Just
Patience, people, patience.
give me a minute, please.
There's only so many words.
Alright, training. I'm gonna start with a training thing. This gets a little expensive and gets you into trouble, but... Fire. Let's get some just nice...
Untrained.
cheap doctor.
Well, the health ministers are coming.
I have diagnostics, and I have one guy trained. So, I'm going to take our dude, and I kind of like diagnostics for everybody to some extent.
It's because it's useful.
I don't want to fill everybody up too much, but I don't mind starting there for this hospital. Not now. Let's have a look at nurses. I want a ward nurse, but I don't want that ward nurse. That's a
lot of nurse.
That's a lot of nurse. I know. I'm getting there. How are we doing for ward? I have the angle ward. That's always a good one. Because even though I've got this weird shape, it's not like...
I was going to say, if you rotate the room, you should be able...
It's okay. I think I'm going to go with a different one.
Someone
The above average. I love these, like, mega wards I've built where you can, like, really tell where I tucked in and was like, you want ward, huh?
We can do a ward.
Tell where wards have been a problem in the past. Yeah, this one is the one that is meant to be its own
building.
Its own building. Which I can almost afford, so I'm kind of thinking maybe I just, like...
Slam a ward in over in that corner. Actually, that angle ward would work quite nicely in there, too.
Exactly. I'm like, do I just make an insane ward for, like, 100,000 and call it a day? Because it's not the worst thing to just be like, and now wards are no longer my problem. Back to speed.
Trundle along.
Still not where I want to be with everything, but I gotta get the training up. And that tends to be your issue, is you gotta commit.
Commit to the training and get it going.
Alright. Pharmacy wouldn't be the bad thing, so let's see if we've got at least one cheap nurse. Pharmacy. I'm going to bring somebody in, which is really expensive for one dude. Hang on. Let's wait and hire one more cheap nurse. 10
If we get another cheap nurse.
Well, sometimes you get lucky. That is one crazy nurse. Let's hire that as my ward nurse. Come here, little dude.
Yeah, because that is fantastic. Diagnostic.
That is quite the nurse. Okay. It won't give me the ward option yet. So let's move you over. At the moment, you're just going to work right here.
Because they're also really good for that, too.
Yeah.
It'll be like, you have 2 jobs. You run the ward and you come and you keep people from dying.
Oh, I am not getting an injection room. No.
See, I don't understand why we can't put the injection therapy in with the pharmacy stuff. I get that it's so that you build the rooms, but at the same time, I'm like, it'd be very fun to be able to put them into combining rooms.
See, fracture ward again, which I've got to get to.
The fact that the fracture ward and the ward are separate.
10 patient home.
Actually, if you build the 2 wards into the same building, then you just have a ward building.
No, it works the same. It's just a different machine.
Oh, okay.
You just need the fracture machine. So I'm going to pay for this, and we're going to go into heap big debt. I'm going to wait on this ward emergency and hit go on it when I'm ready. Not yet. Hang on.
We're getting there, people. We're getting there. And it's okay if you're cold while you're learning. It just makes the learning more efficient.
It makes it harder for you to fall asleep. There's another good one to be a good nurse. Alright. Still only gives me 1. That's because somebody is limited, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to send that home. I'm going to wait on that. Staff promotion, not yet. Just cool your heels. Alright, rooms. Ward. Should we do the insane ward? Just make sure we never need another ward again. That's what makes this thing so funny.
And you never need to worry about this again.
It's pretty much what it's for. That's why I built it. I'm gonna have to do the angle ward though.
Yeah, it's just not gonna fit.
There are issues, but the blueprints do make the game much easier. It's not a bad little ward.
You could probably put 2 of them in here.
That was kind of where I was at in my mind. I think I will probably end up fitting 2 in here. I'm also thinking I might just put it in and then extend it for the 2 fracture pieces.
That's not a bad plan.
So, we will...
expand the room.
And then... I think a fracture ward is different. Maybe it doesn't let me do it.
That's what I was saying. And it bugs me that you can't just combine them. But the campus one does it too. You can't combine classrooms. If a classroom is set for one thing, that is that classroom's thing.
Alright, here's a basic ward nurse. Come here. And that is your new role in life.
Pest control.
Because you've got your super ward nurse and you've got this ward nurse.
Well, I'm going to do that fracture. Okay, now I can do the ward emergency.
Patients
Yep.
now arriving. Or the ward.
Not now. I know I need that. Send patient home. Publicity update. New illness, boggled mind in psychiatry.
Ooh, fun. What do they do? Put your head inside the thing and shake it so the dice move around?
Pretty much. Don't you know? Fracture ward.
Why are you separate?
Just to make you crazy.
Yep.
That's what it's for. It's okay. We'll make it nice and big and ridiculous, because,
Well, because then when you start getting all the crazy stuff... Oh, it's because it's the specialty beds that are just enormous. I am so glad it is rare nowadays that you end up in traction.
Oh, you have to be in some kind of terrible shape, like something
Something bad has
unbelievable
to have happened.
has happened to you. Life is not like that now.
No, we can put pins and screws into people. You get some crazy x-rays that way.
No. What else would I like to put in this room? Probably a fire extinguisher.
Radiator.
I think that's the biggest I can put in these rooms, too. So we'll just think warm thoughts, everybody.
Maintenance announcement. Toilets need routine
Do
servicing.
these guys not get, like, a change room? I guess they go behind their screen, eh?
The whole room closes up, I think.
I think so, too.
What do the little arm bots do?
It
Just
actually
look cute?
raises your diagnostics. See?
Ah.
Programmed to give you a hand.
Jake Noss threat.
I have no idea. We'll look at that in a minute. It sounds bad. In case anyone's curious, it doesn't make me think things are going well over there.
See, part of me thinks that it was somebody, like, suing the hospital, maybe? Jukebox feels fair to these people.
Alright. Let's pause. Crazy stuff's going on around me. Injection room, we're sending you home. Jake Nostrud, I've been experiencing a lot of rage recently. Don't forget a happy team. Staff morale at 75%. You know what? Sure. I have to send you home. I'm not ready. Not ready. Cured 6 patients. Okay, 5 out of 6. That's our ward thing. We've decided not to quit.
Yeah.
Not now. Alright, let's go to staff. Let's look at people's money. Everybody's all cranky. There. Everybody can have a little cute raise. Nobody else grumpy? Okay, good.
No.
You said to do 2 very expensive things, people. I'll get to you, but now is not your moment.
Yeah, the staff morale's decent anyway. 69. It's better than some places I've worked.
Oh, I have worked some pretty wild places as far as people, like, being in a good mood.
Mm-hmm.
Which is always a mess, because if you don't let people be in a good mood, they will steal from you. And that's always the thing that kind of cracks me up. Is that places are like, well, we don't need to do that. And you're like, oh, because you want people to rob you. All of the time. Because
Yep.
that's what will happen.
Yeah. You turned the course off.
I thought something was weird. I was like, I was coming to look at Ward 2. And I think the only guy I have is, oh, it's this.
Yeah, because the other one...
The other one is full. My only complaint with the staff, like, research is it doesn't quite make sense to me why I hire people who have nothing and I can't get them in on something.
Mm. Oh, because some stuff requires a qualification minimum.
Yeah, it's just bizarre where you're like, why does that not...
Yeah.
It's not as clear as you desperately want it to be. Best way to put it.
Yeah, I've noticed that in a lot of games where they're just sort of like, we can make this work.
Alright, I need 1 injection, dude.
You have an injection
I have
person.
an injecting person. Alright, why can't I get injection 2 then? Probably have to research it.
It's either you gotta research it or they need to not be a junior nurse. I don't know, though. I don't know what the rules are for that.
Turn both of those on. It's not the beginning or the end of the world, but we'll just get that started.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do an injection room. I need to make a little money first. Give her a break, guys.
Well, the nurse who was running the ward disappeared.
Maintenance needed.
Everybody got
This
kicked
time.
outside.
That's alright. I will fix it. It is not my main problem at the moment. Staff and nurses, and I just have to make a few more people that are just, they don't walk away from the ward. That's all. Like, this guy's doing pharmacy. I don't need them doing pharmacy.
People are getting trained in things.
Mm-hmm. I have to do a pharmacy person next. That's my next one.
Yeah. Just secure somebody who that is your job. You live here.
Yeah. I can't do it right now. Give me a minute, guys. Money needs to happen first. I have to make money.
And money doesn't just grow on trees.
Nope, it grows in GP offices. Why? I don't know. But it does.
It's because that's where the diagnostics happen.
It's always such a shame that that's all it takes. Is just to kind of power game your way along. Nope, we're not winning any awards yet. It knows and I know it, so don't waste my time.
Yep.
Expensive problems. Alright.
Shattered.
Fracture ward. Our morale is nice. People are not unpleased.
Yeah, like...
Which is almost like being pleased.
Mm-hmm. And it's weird what people will steal from jobs. Depending on the place you're working, the weirdest one for my work is face cradles. It's the cover that goes over the face cradle.
Really?
Yep.
What a strange thing.
And it's like documented. When I started at the clinic I work at, they were basically like, yeah, the little thing that goes on the top of your massage table, that's the thing they steal the most. For no real good discernible reason. I think it's because it's...
You know, I
such a
always thought
unique thing.
hotels, it was towels, but do you know what it really is?
What is it?
Pillowcases.
Why do people steal these things?
They will take the pillowcase off the pillow to steal it. Towels are up there, but... Yeah.
Weird.
Is that not strange?
That is very weird to me.
I thought the same. I was like, really? This is the thing
This
you
is
will
the thing.
steal.
Oh, pop star now, Miss.
As an employee, some of the biggest problems are always people stealing markers, which is such a weird... Not like in your pocket and you happen to take it home. No, like you are
Intentionally.
quitting
And you take
and you
all
are
the markers.
mad and you take like an enormous fist of markers and like boxes and leave.
Jeez.
I used to kind of understand it back in the day when it used to be paper. Because you're
Yeah.
like, oh, printer paper. Yup, I get that. I get
Yep.
why that's walking out. But,
Staplers, too.
yeah, staplers too. But there are so many strange things that people will take that you're like, really? Like, do you really care?
This is something that is important to you. Why?
They will take the strangest things.
We live in a weird society sometimes.
Yes, that's true. As employees too, like just bad employee habits. If you hire the wrong guy, they will steal jewelry. That's a huge retail problem, and it is a huge problem because you can lift an enormous amount of jewelry before somebody notices that you're
Lifting enormous amounts of jewelry.
Yeah, it is a big problem. I need someone to put this desk. Yeah.
Oh, now you've got a ghost.
Oh, look, a perfect janitor.
Go ghost hunting, buddy. Use your EMF detector.
Not ready. Send patient home.
Not ready. Send patient home. Don't need the fancy staff room.
Not ready. Just a minute.
Patient with rock bottom.
I do need that injection room, but I just need to recoup the money a little bit from the wards. The injection room is $33,000, and I can't remember. I think it takes a nurse.
Nurse, yep.
Oh, I have a fluid analysis, not a pre-built injection room. Well, let's throw one of these in because this will make me money. It's expensive, but it will.
It's another diagnostics, and diagnostics seems to be what makes the money.
It really is, because the more you can kind of almost hang people up,
the longer you can slow them through the hospital.
Yeah, it buys time.
It really is the American healthcare system.
Yeah.
We're going to send you for 100 different tests. We knew after test 2, but we're going to send you for all of these differentials.
Sometimes you just gotta really make sure, supposedly.
Garbage cans. We need some garbage cans.
Clearly.
Laxative drink machine.
Yeah, if you put it next to the
bathroom, that starts to...
See? Reduces thirst, increases health, drastically increases toilet need.
Yep.
Weird, right?
Oh, yeah. That's where you set it up and then you make the bathroom charge money. Because if I remember correctly, there is a way to do it.
I think so. I've never done it.
I don't even like the fact that that exists in real life.
I don't mind it after being to Europe. Because in Europe, you have a bathroom attendant keeping the bathroom really nice.
See, and that would make sense.
And that didn't bother me at all. I went all over Europe. There are lots of bathroom attendants. The bathroom is gorgeous and cared for and clean. And it's very easy to get on board. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's where I would totally understand
it. It was a little weird tipping someone in a bathroom. You know, where your brain is like, okie dokie.
Yeah, you keep a couple of loonies in your pocket and just...
Get patient to wait. I am ready to build an injection room. Staff promotion, not now. Send patient home. I can't do both. Get patient to wait. One or other. Injection room. Rooms. Time to inject.
You will get your color room when when we're ready.
Yep. 3x3. I'm just gonna move.
Just pick up the plant and put it in the room.
No, it's the, I can't put this piece of art in the room.
Oh.
Which is okay. But not an option.
A weird hand sanitizer culture of our world nowadays.
I do and do not like it.
I'm neutral on it. It is what it is. The fact that we have hand sanitizer everywhere nowadays. It's more I remember when you would walk into a place and there was never hand sanitizers, and now every room you go into in a public place, there's a little hand sanitizer doohickey.
In fairness, global pandemic does tend to push majority.
Yeah. Well, the weird thing is now that half the time they're not filled.
Well, it doesn't it doesn't encourage staff involvement.
Yeah. Jab master? Ooh, that sounds comforting.
Hey, it only takes 6 jabs to make sure you really got it.
Yep.
Alright, nurses. Let's take away some privileges here. And I'll try to train this person. Or at least we'll see. I'll try to get another injection person going.
So it's always good to have two in case somebody's in the staff
Well, somebody's
room.
got to go on break, right?
Yeah. At least you can... I love the student nurse is going to teach the senior nurse how to do
Hey,
injections.
when you know what you're doing.
I mean, you're teaching people how to poke it into an orange
I
most
know
of the
you
time.
haven't done it as far as I know, but have you been offered to administer like those vitamin bags? Because I know
No.
that's in your industry.
No, I have not. That's...
Is that a thing that comes up?
I've had a couple...
Low Kitty is an RMT.
Yeah, I'm a registered massage therapist here, so that's why I talk
But
about...
I know that comes up in your industry. Or is that a nurse?
That's a nurse.
Is it?
That's along the same lines as Botox, where anything intravenous,
It is
any
a
sort of
nurse.
injection, yeah,
You know,
have
that
to
makes
be
me
a
feel
nurse.
better. Because I've looked at vitamin bags and been like, I don't know if I just want that done in a McDonald's kind of way.
No, we are definitely not allowed to do that.
Without proper training.
Oh, yeah,
mean,
no,
you could
I-
always go take the class. I want you to know if you go take the class, you're not allowed to do mine.
I know.
I'll cry.
I'm not allowed to give you CPR either, so... But that's because there's a potential that I will do more than just, what you normally would do during a CPR that happens. I would just probably break her back.
You'd panic. We're too close. It's like
Yeah.
doctors working on family. I just
no.
can't allow this kind of passing away.
I'm trying to do CPR and I'm crying. That doesn't seem like a good plan.
Bad plans. Bad idea. Alright, what else would I like? Now I'm in the what sounds fun.
Well, we keep begging you for a color treatment room.
I know, but that's really expensive. They may have to hold on.
Maintenance needed in staff room.
Maybe I finally do the really big staff room.
Make them all happy.
What would you like to be trained in, sir? I'm sure I can add someone. We'll just add this bonus janitor.
No idea what they're getting trained in yet.
Oh,
Nope.
you took me out of it. Alright, what am I training a janitor in? Probably use another guy in mechanics.
Probably.
I mean, wouldn't hurt. There you go.
Well, and
Look
they
at
both
you.
have the ghost training, so when they're on breaks, they can talk about that.
It doesn't hurt to learn.
Oh, it's a garden.
It is a garden. You need a janitor to make it nice.
Oh, that's awesome. Go. Water the garden.
Pretty much. Add some janitors here.
Toilets as you would hope to find them, not as you would expect to find them.
See how the diagnostic rooms start, like, gaining momentum?
Yeah.
Watch.
Weird shaped hospital spaces.
Mm-hmm.
In real life, hospitals are weird shaped for other reasons, I think.
I don't actually know the reason,
I don't-
aside from hospitals being sort of erected in very weird ways.
Yeah. Like, I know one of our main hospitals, it is shaped like a big V. And I think that was just to try and make the most use of the space because they're on our university campus. But, like, we have another one that's almost H-shaped from above.
There are actually a lot of hospitals that are H-shaped. That's like a real thing.
Why?
H is for hospital. It's good enough for me.
That's probably it.
This is what I learned in the land of, like, you shouldn't be able to power a game like this, and yet,
And here you go.
here we go.
You set up 2 GP offices.
No, watch me. I want to put, like, 6 in. Watch. And we'll make so much money that we can buy anything we want.
And then it just becomes, you've still got to build the marketing campaign.
Yeah.
Doctor required in GP's office.
It's also the fact that there's already a queue length. You've got a whole bunch, you've got 4 of them in there, and there's already a queue for each one.
Yeah, wait for it. Like I said, each shouldn't work. And I'm not really sure what mechanic is really technically broken here.
Yeah, because
Please leave toilets
it
as
doesn't seem like...
not as you would expect to find them.
So we're just going to do a giant injection of doctors. Because it doesn't matter.
Hire all the people.
These will all pay for themselves in a hot minute. So there are a couple things you gotta do. Obviously, we need some
Benches.
chairs.
Another thing the pandemic has definitely changed is the design of the bench in the doctor's offices.
Urinating.
I almost died during the pandemic because I was about 4,000 months pregnant during that time.
Ugh.
And they took all the benches away.
Yeah.
So I'm this enormous pregnant woman who can't sit. It was very, very hard.
And that sort of thing is just so ridiculous. Even, like, in a pandemic, outside of a pandemic, the ability to sit comfortably should not be
It was
a privilege.
It was very challenging. I was very big. I was very pregnant. I was not comfortable, and there was no way to be comfortable. It was a very hard time. And I remember I would have been maybe 7-8 months pregnant. There was no way to make a appointment for a blood clinic, which is fine. I actually have no problem with that. But I was getting so large that I couldn't stand in line. So one of the reasons I utterly love Darius is he got up at 4:30 in the morning, went to the blood clinic, stood in line for me until I got there at 6, because it didn't open until 7 in the morning anyways.
Yeah.
Until I got there at 6, and then him and I traded spots, and I sat on the ground. It was...
And the lineups were
And
horrid.
the lines were long. Yep.
Because, I mean, I was still getting regular blood work and everything done during that, and it was,
Challenging,
very challenging.
to say the least. All right. I'm almost to the point that I can start promoting you. Just hang on. Sure, we can impress somebody.
The mayor.
Not ready. Almost. Almost. Pandemic emergency, you bet.
On the way.
Staff promotion, not ready. Almost, guys. Just hang on. We're almost ready.
We have VIP.
Actually, I think I'll just risk that I don't get that completely done. You'll send 8, I think.
Yeah, because it says the queue is 7.
Maintenance announcement. Toilets need routine servicing.
Yeah, it's mostly becoming a bench problem.
Alright, nothing we can't fix.
Yep. Benches and snack machines.
We need some entertainment. We're a little low on entertainment.
Pinball machines!
Maintenance announcement. Automated snack machines need restocking manually.
I like pinball.
I
I'm-
used to when I was younger, but now that pinball is so tilted because it just wants to eat your coin very quickly, it's really sad.
So, I'm bad at it anyway, so
I don't need to be spectacular, but I remember a time where at least you got a couple hits.
yeah.
And now the machines are so vaulted. And for a while, I was like, maybe it's me. You know, where the
Maybe.
guise of your youth into being older, and you go, was it always really vaulted? Maybe I just...
Was it always tilted at like a 45-degree angle, or was it
Yeah.
lower? And
Is it me? Is this the way I perceive my environment? And then finally, I got lucky and I went with a friend to a couple kind of like major auction things. And I finally saw older pin machines, because I'd never...
seen
In
an old one.
Canada, we don't get those giant auction kind of things
Yeah.
like the Americans do. And when I finally saw one, it was really different for me. By the way, look at how fast my money's gone up.
Wow.
And
I'm just watching the little people run around.
I know, watch the ants. Watch the ants. Look at my profit.
Mm-hmm.
130,000. I hired that insane amount of doctors. See, and we do this too.
Yeah, we can probably work on getting that color therapy.
Yeah, I'm almost there. I want to make sure It's important you do your rooms a little bit. That's all we're kind of working on, because you don't want to miss bathrooms. You don't want to miss.
Oh yeah, your GP center has no bathrooms.
Yeah, exactly. So you want to make sure that you're getting everything in. Oh, do I want this? Shark art.
Art that can consume you.
But we went to this giant thing in the States, and I saw like maybe 60 pinball machines of varying eras.
And you could watch them raise.
And I was like, wow, and not a little bit, like 15% of an angle. And I'm like, yeah, okay, so this isn't just in my mind. This isn't...
They really are just...
They are very different. I don't think all pinball machines suffer from this. I just think that an uncomfortable majority started to get like this.
Because it made money.
Because it makes money. And I think that's why you don't see more pinball machines now, is because you have completely denied people enjoying them.
Yeah, because I mean, I've gone lots of places, played quite a few different pinball tables, but still some of my favorite ones are the ones on the computer.
Well, everybody played, what was the Space Cadet?
Oh, 3D Space Pinball.
Yep.
Actually, that one's not one I really ever got into. I got, for Christmas one year, a 6-disc pinball set. One of them was this crazy taxi pinball, and I absolutely loved it. I sucked at it, like I do most video games. Anything hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, but that's twitching. I'm not good at Twitch games either.
But I adored playing it because it was so much fun, and it was so interesting.
Oh, I want the Christmas tree. I can't afford it right now, but I want the Christmas tree.
Well, I'll have to work on getting you more kudash.
Yep. So I've learned to just fill in plants once you can really dig into janitors, because you're just raising the beauty of your hospital, and it doesn't matter if they're in your way, because when you build something, it'll just say, do you want to sell the thing in your way? And it's like, well, yes, I would like to sell the thing that's in everyone's way. As a matter of fact, I would like to get that out of everyone else's way.
And until they're in the way, plant, 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 plant.
Attention. Urinating anywhere in the hospital will not
Just listen to the sounds of people not doing well. Let's go, it's everyone in this ward. I really need to do ward training. Let's go,
train some ward folk.
We've got some ward issues here. See, it doesn't even give me anybody. I don't understand this most of the time. Because you have people.
Mm-hmm. Because you've got a couple... I think you need someone who's trained in ward and treatment.
But I have people for treatment, and I just want ward 1.
Don't know why you don't have ward 1.
Yeah, and that's what goes on, and that's why I don't entirely understand the limitations.
Yeah.
It's often been one of my issues with this game, is I don't understand what the training rules are.
What do you need of me? What
do
you
to
want
justify this problem?
Yeah, because there it is. Oh, what it is sometimes is it's what's available for trainers.
But that happened the minute I hired 3 people.
Mm.
And I already had the guy to train people, and it only let me hire 1. Or it only let me train 1. But I've got to do at least the 1 guy, because I desperately need to fix
your ward.
Alright, we're going to stop and listen to the sounds of unaliving out there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, privileges, kids.
Not you, not you, not you. Oh, no, you count. You're training.
Okay, that's fine. You can be, you can't be, and you 2 can be. Perfect.
Because we got 1 person with ward 2.
Alright. I don't want you to do anything else. I don't want you to do anything else. Just, I mean, I know they've got pharmacy, but I would rather a few more quality ward people. We're going to come into our ward. I always forget to do this. And turn up extra staff.
Ah.
I learned that from Tao, and I was like, I feel stupid for not knowing this.
Yeah, I didn't know you could do that.
So when something's really big, you can have 3 staff in it, like a ward. Which makes spectacular sense.
And gives everybody something to do.
Let's get some doctors going.
Get some folks to work some things. Woo, we got
all of them. Wow.
Managed to not kill anybody.
Almost. Publicity update. Not now. Alright, now I can go into staff. Nope. Overview. Policy. And we can promote staff automatically.
Nice.
We're ready for that. We can also turn this up to 75%.
Because we've got lots more diagnostics.
Yeah. We'll see if anything needs to be upgraded. We have to do some research. I want to build the marketing thing before I build the color thing, and that's just what I'm just working on now.
Diagnosis 4%. Dude, you have a cone on your head.
What do I have pre-done over here? I don't need the clown one. So this is what I learned playing this after a little while. You won't get anybody at this hospital that needs to have a clown clinic. So you don't want to just go crazy and start building a lot of clinics that you're like, nope, I'm not going to use it.
Yep.
It's not going to come up.
It's almost better to play through it once, see what you need.
Well, just don't. If you don't get called for it, don't build it.
Yeah.
The diagnostic stuff is always fine because you will always be able to kind of get it used. But what? There we go. I just want the original view. Alright, it's going to be a very boring marketing room. I don't care. Marketing. To start a marketing campaign, click on the marketing table or drop an assistant with marketing qualifications into the room. General campaigns improve the hospital's overall reputation. Recruitment campaigns attract more job applicants of various types. Illness campaigns attract more patients exhibiting certain symptoms. Improve your reputation with specific illnesses. Note, unlock more illness campaigns by discovering more illnesses in each area.
Do you have the clap? Come see us.
I know, right? Okay, so we have very large wards.
So we can definitely do a ward campaign.
And we'll just go for broke.
Go for a year.
Dear hospital administrator, you gained a hospital point.
Woo!
There we go.
So now we need 20 people in the fracture ward and 2 marketing campaigns.
Did I click fracture ward for that? No, that's just because we're in a hospital that likes fracture ward. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
No, you clicked the
I just
base
clicked regular ward. So let's build another one of these. Because money is not our problem.
Nope.
And we'll go back to illness, and let's go to fracture campaign. And launch campaign. And let's go to assistance. Sure, you love marketing. Anybody else? Nope. I've got lots of them, though, so somebody will make their way over there.
Yep.
Rooms. Set up. Tiny.
Staff room.
That's why I have a little staff room, because it's so easy to just, like, eke it in somewhere.
And that building is nice and full.
Gonna start filling up soon.
Mm-hmm. That is the one thing this one seems to have better over, 2.
I'm amazed this hasn't jacked up yet, but that's probably just because it is so marketing focused that it's limiting me.
Yeah, and I noticed with 2 Point Campus, you either don't have quite enough room, like it starts to feel like, okay, I can't buy the space yet, but I don't have the room for the classrooms I need. Where this, I feel like you're getting a good balance, but that's also because we have an entire room full of GP offices.
I can't say without playing it, But as I've said, I can really start to feel where something needs to be, where I can feel like there's a break and I can break it. And that's just the nature of me playing games. It is...
Ooh, cafe.
I can just sort of see the opportunity, which I don't actually think is a good thing, but it is true. If I played 2 Point Campus, I'm sure I could find the way to bust it uncomfortably quickly. And it's just the nature of the game.
It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest.
I try not to. But again, I'm playing for entertainment value of my viewer. And it makes me play different whether I like it or not. It just, I too much have the idea of the viewer in the back of my mind.
So you're constantly thinking about what can I do, what
will be interesting, what isn't interesting.
What are people going to want to watch?
I am so offended by television and how lazy, like, regular TV has become. And my viewers have heard me complain about TV lots. But it's hard to be someone who so feels that TV abandoned everybody to not then have myself be held to a certain standard of entertainment.
Yeah. And I find, like, I'm even struggling with YouTube. I'm struggling to find things, although I'm in a weird phase where I'm focusing on certain things because I'm curious about them, and it's... Oh, there we go. You were in the middle of researching that at another hospital.
Probably when I unlock this one. Oh, a single light bulb, dude. I'm sorry, but this is not the hospital for you. Sorry. Not the hospital for you, my friend.
We can only have one ward or one lab that kills people.
Yup. I'm not ready to have people die in a light bulb hospital. Ooh, look at these getting big.
Yep.
That's all it takes. We'll soften that up a little bit.
Oh, you got 2 of that one.
I intend to.
I'm making sure.
Nope. This is my intention. All I hear is death noises.
Bong.
They're not good noises.
Your patient has died.
Expired. Like bad fruit.
Yep. Who killed them? Professor Plum in the lounge.
Always with the wrench.
Always
with the wrench.
Do you remember playing that one? The Clue game that you got out of the cereal box?
Oh, all the cereal box games. It was what turned me on to being really the Monopoly player I am now.
It was Life and Clue were the 2 I really liked. I had Monopoly for this and Super Nintendo.
See, and I never had a Super Nintendo until I was an adult.
Well, I was always about a half a generation behind, and still am. But I went through all the generations of Nintendo. The only one I didn't own in order was the Wii U. Everything else I had it at the within about half of its lifespan.
God, all I hear is bad noises.
What is killing? Is it the ward? It's the ward.
The ward.
Yeah, it's the ward. That's where we keep seeing ghosts.
I don't know, man. Not good noises. I'm gonna hire a bunch of nurses. Yeah, like I said, I'm a Monopoly fiend courtesy of those things.
And for me, it's all the Clue one. I remember the exact sound of the guy's voice. Professor Plum accuses Miss Peacock.
I know I played the Clue, but I don't think I owned it.
Oh, I owned it. I owned a
Diagnostics 3.
Woo! Owned a bunch of them. And I played the
Remember when you used to get good things in cereal boxes?
Yeah. I don't think you get anything in cereal boxes anymore. I don't
really think you do either. I mean, I know in the States there are
we have
rules
Ward
about
2 and 3 finally. That's very strange. I mean,
It's why Kinder Surprises
can't
eggs, exist.
Yeah.
Because there are rules about concealment.
And because they're afraid people are going to eat the toy.
Actually, no, it has some weird other connection.
Oh.
Without looking, I don't know for sure. But it actually has to do with the concealment of an object. And it goes much deeper than, like, a Kinder Egg. It goes into food. And I think it comes all the way back to Cracker Jacks. But it's quite the thing.
Okay. Because I know, they have a whole bunch of, like, different cakes and stuff in the States where you, like, hide coins or money, and people choke on those all the time.
I'm sorry to say.
This is the number of women who swallow wedding rings because they get put in wine glasses. That's a real thing. I worked somewhere that happened.
Oh, jeez. I just...
Guys want to put the ring in the wine glass and their wife just...
Why?
Or their future wife just chugs it.
Why would you... I don't understand putting it in the wine glass. On the wine glass? Honestly, I would do it tied to a rose or something like that.
We desperately tried to encourage people to do something else. And one
Put it
guy...
on the plate with the
we didn't
steak.
put it in the wine glass because it makes you liable.
But
But he did, and lo and behold, she swallowed it.
yeah, no, like, do something very pretty where you put the box on top of the cake. God, it's one of those time flies. But yeah, no, I would rather see someone, like, put the box on top of a piece of cake. Or put it on the plate next to the cake.
It comes up constantly. It is the strangest thing. And you're like, okie dokie. Why?
Why? Because you think somewhere in your head this is romantic?
I do think it comes from that kind of prom thing where your promposal has to be so good.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't even know what a promposal
Promposal?
was until I watched Clone High when I was like 13 years old, and there's a whole episode about it in Clone High, and I was like,
adult
I don't know
before.
what this is.
I was an adult before I saw a promposal.
Now I have TikTok. And
Oh.
I don't know how to embrace the world I see. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's one of those things where you're like, what?
Oh, Augustus Lavender is coming back to come shake their stick again.
That's right, and I am not doing a light bulb clinic for one dude. I'm already killing too many people. I already feel guilty at my murderous rage.
Our ward is terrible.
It's alright, I mean,
The fracture ward is doing good.
it's just a few people pass away every other day. It's nothing serious. I wouldn't get hung up on it. It's just a weird technicality. What's a few dead people between friends? Alright, I have hired
Exactly.
enough staff that I'm gonna go broke from staff costs.
They still
I
want
stopped
the
paying
pro-
attention, so I'm just like, yeah, let's ride!
Yeah, no, we gotta let things pay themselves off again.
I don't know, I may be going in a deficit. I stopped looking.
No, we're going up.
Yeah, but that's not the end of the
I
month
know.
expenses. That's
That's
TBD.
true.
I may have stopped paying attention, possibly, due to conversation, and I may have
Well, that's
committed
kind of
some
the
light death.
well, that's kind of the point of this. I mean, our reputation is phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. Woo!
Ooh,
Current
we
reputation,
can
amazing.
we can update the
Ultrasonic
people
cannon. That's what I want. Could you please step up to the cannon? No.
No.
I'm actually fine without stepping up to the cannon.
I don't need to have my fur blown off. Is it a treatment for people who grow too much body hair?
Is it fur or fuzz? Ask
I don't know.
thyself.
I don't know. If it-
What's more politically correct?
I think
If you are an
fuzz-
extra hairy person, should I be remarking on your fur? That's like saying to someone, "My, you have a wonderful mane," and then being bald on top. Like, you are asking for a punch.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one because I am. The term used to be hirsute, but I don't think.
Oh, I know that's not PC.
I
That's
know
not
that's
going to
not.
be the PC
That's
answer.
no longer the PC answer, but it used to be.
No,
It used to be.
There's something quite concerning
I
about.
don't know
I believe
when-
that was the PC
I
answer.
don't know when that changed because I learned that term in school 12 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, so I don't know when that went out of. I want
Vogue?
to say
We're going to
fashion.
call it Vogue.
Yeah, out of vogue.
My fursuit is no longer in vogue.
But yeah, as a human being who
God.
grows a great deal of fuzz and fur, I don't know which one to go with.
Oh, mane and tail right there.
You can lean in and hear it grow.
Oh, it's so demented.
It
What
really-
a concept.
It's because I've got a high testosterone.
I understand. It just doesn't make it less traumatic.
Weird.
It's
Yeah.
traumatic for me. Maybe it's me. All right, I think we've done enough damage.
Yes.
I think we have racked this hospital. I think we are well on the way to
starring
succeeding here.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, all we need to do is set up another marketing campaign, make more money, and cure more people.
I told you kind of hit walls. But I am hoping I can get you in on the next radically silly...
Absolutely.
I don't know if we're actually profitable. We don't seem to be not profitable. See, I'm still clearing. My expenses are very high.
The names. Pigot.
I will probably have to go into my
and find where
policy and turn this back off because it's probably just promoting people a little too fast.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I think we've racked this hospital. I think it's time to go destroy somewhere else to live, and I'll get you in on my next episode, which will be 5 to 27 months from now.
You never know. At some point, we'll be back.
Thank you all Thank you all so much for joining us for 2 Point Hospital. This has been Gun Bunny, G.u.n.n, Bunny, and my actually very willing victim, Blow Kitty.
Bye, guys!
It is my most upbeat friend, so I can't embarrass her. Thank you all so much. She works in the medical industry, okay? She's talking about her high testosterone. These are friends you cannot embarrass.
I embarrass myself.
Everyone should get one, okay? I can't hurt your feelings.
No,
you are immortal.
I'm the weird one who, when I get thrown on stage, I'm like, hi! And the guy has to embarrass me by hitting on me.
I am not. Like, I will feign confidence to survive, but that is like a terrified rabbit thing where I raise both my arms against the bear and pray.
And I just love the thrill. It is
She's not in the woods for the hunting.
No.
Anyone who knows that joke knows where I'm going with it. All right, thank you so much. Have a great day. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.